Merry meet, guys. Welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I am your Wednesday host, Houston, and this is week 3. And this week we are talking about offerings and taking care of your deities. This may be a short video, as I don't really do daily or weekly or monthly offerings. I know that sounds kind of horrible from an outside perspective, but for me it works perfectly. I've tried, there's a particular ritual an offering ritual in one of my favorite books called The Sorcerer's Secrets by Jason Miller, and also in his Protective and Reversal Magic book. It gives you a fantastic offering ritual to offer the spirits you work with and the spirits that are around you. And I've also added into deities, and I added that portion into the ritual as well. And I think it flows and it feels amazing. And I thought, that when I started it, I would do it like once every week, but then I fell out of it due to life, and I just haven't really picked it back up. And I know I should. I don't do a daily devotional. I don't. This sounds kind of horrible. Things I don't do. I call them in when I need their assistance. Like I called them in during the new moon and did a little spell. Like it was Monday night to Tuesday. I did a little spell work with them, and with 3 of the deities that I work with. I worked with Poseidon, Caradwin, and Merlin. But hold on. I don't have this grandiose thing of offerings. I offer what I can and when I can, and what I usually do. And it's always worked for me. I go to the dollar store, or I go to a Walmart or a Big Lots or what have you. But I get small scented in glass like candles, like maybe that big, and I find a scent that particularly resonates with the deity that I'm giving an offering to. For Caradwin and Carnunos, something very woodsy and rustic. For Carnunos, then the Caradwin's more of a floral, woodsy and floral, if that makes any sense. Not like tropical, but more like deep forest. Now for Merlin, something that is like mystical, and that's extremely hard to explain. That's why all the offerings that I do are based on intuition. I don't really have, lists of items that I offer them. They do have their particular stones that I've given them, and their, as in Merlin's case, I have huge chunks of oak that I got from Joey Morris. She also made me a Merlin themed candle, which I have not burned yet. It's on my altar, and she gave me an incense blend that's really good for calling him in, which I have burned that. It smells beautiful, but I haven't burned all of it because I don't want to use all of it. Another thing that I like to do as an offering to the spirits is, I know that around the fall, and I mean around any time I go to a cemetery or a graveyard, Carnunos is associated with the wild hunt and collection of souls. It's not really an underworld deity, but he can be seen as one. So what I usually do is when I go to a graveyard and I'm either just going to, get the energy, or I'm going to get graveyard dirt or talk to spirits or what have you, I always tend to the graves. I always pick up trash, pick up flowers. I make sure that the area that I see and that I'm working at is clean. Like I go in there and cut grass or anything like that. Just picking up stuff that people have left behind or flown out of the trash can, or pick up and fix flowers that may have fallen over on someone's grave. I'll pick up those and fix those so they're standing upright. And just clean up. Also, I do the same thing in parks. When I go in parks, whether I'm doing a photo shoot or if I'm just want to be out in nature or at the beach, same thing. I'll go around and I will pick up garbage. I will pick up trash. Of course, throw it away in the trash cans. But I think the thought of doing that and cleaning nature is in and of itself an offering to the deities, an offering to nature deities, or any deity you work with. Since one of my deities, like I said, is Poseidon, when I go to the beach, that's one of the main offerings I give him is clean up his area, clean up the beach. Then there are other things that I give the ocean, of course, biodegradable things, food, God, I haven't given him anything for food in a long time. And I can't have open containers out of the beach, so I can't give alcohol to the beach. So when I do give Poseidon or someone food or offering of liquid, I usually do it at home, call them in at the house, and offer it to them at the house. And then I'll take it to the beach and dispose of it in the water if it's biodegradable. If it's not biodegradable, then I'll throw it in the trash can there at the beach. Now for my spirit family, I do have a whole ritual that I go through, and again, I have not done this in a long time, where I offer them incense, food, and a libation of sorts, whether it be water, coffee, tea, an alcohol of some sort, usually red wine, or I haven't done rum yet, which I have a feeling that would go over very well. I just haven't done it. So yeah, I think that was about it for what I do for offerings. There's many things you can do. I like what Jennifer said, that making your own thing, because the deities do really appreciate the time and effort you put into things, and so do the spirits and guardians you work with. They love the time and effort you put into things to give to them. It's almost like giving your parent a handmade Mother's Day card or a Father's Day card, or a handmade birthday card, or what have you. They really do love that you put all of your attention and your energy into that one thing and gave it to them wholeheartedly, and that's a fantastic offering. For those who don't want to go out and buy stuff. Now, when it comes to making incense blends and things for your deities, please do research as to what spices, herbs correspond to that deity, and try to make a blend off of that. And be careful, of course, with anything in the kitchen, be careful. Mixing it, especially if you're mixing with anything toxic like belladonna or henbane or anything like that, please wear gloves. Make sure you wash out your containers thoroughly. And don't be if you're gonna burn it, don't be in an enclosed space. Make sure you burn it outdoors. Just basic safety measures need to be taken place when you're doing offerings as well. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions for me, please put them down in the comment section below. I'll be checking throughout today and tomorrow and the rest of the week. and I will definitely respond to you guys. Mostly from my personal channel. It won't be from the Witches of the Moon, so don't be shocked that when you see Houston commented on your comments out of the Witches of the Moon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and many blessings.